All right, let's dive in. Over the next few minutes, we're going to open up the ultimate digital marketing toolbox for 2026. This is your no-fluff, practical guide to building a real online presence one tool at a time. So, let's get to it.
So it really all boils down to this one simple question, right? In a world where basically everyone is online, how does your business, your brand, or your idea actually cut through all that noise and make a genuine connection?
And the answer, you guessed it, is digital marketing. Now, at its core, it's really just the modern way to promote what you do. But here's the thing, it's so much more than just, posting a few things online, as we're about to find out.
And this right here is the secret sauce. Seriously, forget that overwhelming feeling that you have to be on every single platform. The real win is in precision. It's about figuring out where your people actually are and showing up there with something they actually want to hear. Okay, so let's get our hands dirty and start filling up that toolbox. First up are the foundational tools. Think of these as the absolute must-have essentials. They're the bedrock you'll use to build trust and, just get noticed in the first place.
All right, the very first tool we're pulling out, and honestly, this might be the most important one of all, is content marketing. This isn't just about making stuff. It's the heart of your entire strategy. It's basically the engine that makes the whole car go.
And you might be asking, why? Why is it so powerful? Well, check this out. See, great content isn't about shoving a sales pitch down someone's throat. It's about giving them something of real value, teaching them something, making them laugh, solving a problem. When you do that over and over, you build trust. And trust, well, that's what turns into business. Now, content can be pretty much anything, from a blog post to a video or an email. But the key thing to remember for 2026 is this: stop chasing volume. It is so much better to create one incredible piece of content every week than it is to churn out 10 mediocre ones. Think about it. Instead of another boring top 10 list, what if you built an amazing interactive guide that actually solves a real problem for your audience? That's the quality that wins.
Okay, so you've poured your heart and soul into creating this awesome content. Now what? Well, how do people actually find it? That's where our second foundational tool comes into play: search engine optimization, or SEO. This is all about making sure you show up at the exact moment someone is looking for you. SEO isn't some magic button you press for instant results. It's way more like planting a tree. It takes a little patience, a little work, but the payoff is this steady stream of people who are actually looking for what you offer, coming to you month after month.
It's funny. SEO used to be all about gaming the system, finding little tricks and loopholes. But now, it's actually way simpler. The golden rule is just be helpful. Create stuff that genuinely answers people's questions. Because at the end of the day, Google just wants to show its users the most helpful result. Your job is to be that result.
All right, we've got our foundation poured with awesome content and SEO. Now it's time to build on top of that. Let's grab our amplification tools. These are the tools we use to get our message out to even more people and to build stronger connections with them.
The two big ones here are social media and email. And here's a super simple way to think about them. Social media? That's like your bustling town square, where you can meet new people and build a reputation. Email, on the other hand, that's like sitting down for a quiet, one-on-one coffee with someone who already likes what you do.
So when you're on places like Instagram or YouTube, the goal is not to just be a megaphone for your products. Please don't do that. It's about creating a real community. Jump into conversations, share what's happening behind the scenes, and just connect with people like a real human. That's how you turn followers into actual loyal fans.
Okay, let's talk about email. And seriously, don't sleep on this one. So many people underestimate its power. It's your direct line to your audience, a channel you 100% own and control. And because of that, it just crushes it when it comes to return on investment. It's one of the best, hands down.
And that brings us to our last amplification tool, paid advertising. So while all the other tools are about earning attention over time, paid ads are about speed. This is your fast pass. It's how you guarantee your message gets in front of the exact right people, like right now.
But here's the absolute golden rule for paid ads. It's not about having the biggest wallet. A massive budget can get you nowhere if your strategy's a mess. A smart, well-targeted campaign, even with a smaller budget, will win every single time.
So, whether we're talking about an ad that pops up when you search on Google or a sponsored post you scroll past on social media, the goal is always the same: speed and laser-focused precision. It's the quickest way to find the exact people you're looking for.
Okay, let's take a step back. We've got our toolbox laid out: content, SEO, social media,
email, and paid ads. Awesome. But a bunch of great tools are pretty useless if you don't have the instructions, right? So this part is the instruction manual.
And if you take away only one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. A great strategy is always about your customer. You need to focus on solving their problems. When you genuinely put all your effort into helping them, the selling part, it kind of just takes care of itself.
So what does that look like in practice? Well, here's your blueprint. It's a really simple 5-step process that you just repeat. 1. Know exactly who you're talking to. 2. Decide what you actually want to achieve. 3. Pick the right tools from your toolbox. 4. Create that helpful content. And number 5, and please don't skip this part, you have to measure your results.
I love this quote. It's just so spot on. Your data, your numbers, they're your report card. They tell you exactly what's working and what's a total flop. It turns marketing from just guessing and hoping into a science, which lets you get better and better over time.
Okay, wow, that's a lot. I know it can feel pretty overwhelming when you see it all laid out like that, but you don't have to do everything all at once. So let's break it down. How do you actually start today without losing your mind?
I want you to burn one number into your brain. Just one. 2. That's it. The number one mistake I see people make is they try to do everything at once. It's a recipe for burnout and getting nothing done. Instead, just pick 1, maybe 2 of these channels to focus on. Get really, really good at those. And only then, once you've mastered them, should you even think about adding another tool.
So there you have it. The toolbox is officially open. The tools are laid out on the workbench, and you've got the instruction manual in your hand. The only question left is the most important one. What are you gonna build first?